interplanar different distances. In that interplanar distances, we are defining a plane inside a particular crystal. From the origin of that crystal, or if I are taking a one edge and I am defining a plane there, and if I am drawing a plane, then the distance between each and every plane will be same. Let me draw that crystal. Okay, I am defining a simple plane here. This is the plane inside the crystal. This plane, what is the need to draw that plane? Or we are thinking about that plane inside that which represents that in a crystal this plane is tracing some amount of atoms underneath it. So that by finding the Miller indices, or by finding the distance between two planes, we can know the tracing of atoms underneath it, because in a crystal number of atoms are present inside it. So to define or to derive this equation DHKL, which is equal to A upon under root h square plus k square plus L square, you know that h, k and L are the Miller indices, and we want to derive that equation. Let us derive that equation. For that, let me think that these are the three axes. Let me represent this axis as x. This is the origin, this is z, and this is y. Okay. Now here, if I am drawing one plane, then from the origin, if I am drawing a line which is passing from that crystal, clear, then the distance between them can be represented as P, which is equal to 1 upon h. In the same manner, if I am talking about Q, which is the intercept, you can define this point. Let us define O, let us define A, let us define B, and let us define C. And from that, the distance from this origin of this plane is ON. Then P is the intercept of that plane. Then P is equal to 1 upon h. In the same manner, Q is equal to 1 upon h, and in the same manner R is equal to 1 upon Q is equal to 1 upon K, R is equal to 1 upon L. Is it clear? In the same manner, let us define the intercept, that is OA is to OB is to OC, which is equal to, I can define that distance A upon h. In the same manner, A upon K, and in the same manner A upon L. Okay, so let us define it again. From that, if I define the angle cos alpha dash, I repeat that this alpha is not the same. That means it is not the interfacial angle. If cos alpha is equal to d upon OA, you know that OA is the distance between two lattices. In the same manner, this cos alpha is taken for the triangle of NOA. That means cos alpha defines is equal to d upon OA. In the same manner, if I am talking about triangle NOB, I take the angle cos beta dash, which will be equal to d upon OB, and in the same manner, if I define cos gamma dash, which will be equal to d upon OC. Now accordingly, we know that cos alpha dash is equal to d upon OA. That means OA is equal to A upon H. That means we can represent it as A upon H. H is in denominator, that means it will go into numerator. We can write that d H upon A. In the same manner, if we define cos beta, then cos beta is equal to d upon OB, and we know that cos beta dash is equal to d upon OB. That means OB is equal to A upon K. If we can substitute this value, then d upon A into K. That means cos beta dash is equal to dk upon A. And in the same manner, if I am talking about cos gamma dash, that means it will be equal to d upon OC, which is equal to d, if I am talking about OC, which is equal to A upon L. If I am talking that d upon A, here it is L. Now from these values, if we want to know the distance between the planes, that means DHKL, we should know the cosine formula, that is cos square alpha dash plus cos square beta dash plus cos square gamma dash, which is equal to 1. Now if we substitute the values of cos square alpha dash, cos square beta dash and cos square gamma dash, which is equal to 1, we can write in this manner that we can write that d square into h square upon a square plus d square into k square upon k square. Sorry, it is a plus d square plus l square upon a square. If we take out the common, we can get that d square upon a square becomes common, and in comparison to that, h square plus k square plus l square will be equal to 1. That means we want this d. That means d square will be equal to a square upon h square plus k square plus L square. Now if we take out this square and it goes in this side, it can be represented by D is equal to A upon under root h square plus k square plus L square. And in the same manner we can define D H K L. So you can see that relation between interplanar distance, that is distance of cube edge D H K L is equal to A upon under root h square plus k square plus L square, defines the distance between two planes inside a crystal, and that plane traces many molecules underneath it. That means we can know the distance between two planes inside a crystal, and it is clear that the distance between two planes inside the crystal are always same. Let us see that distance HKL is the interplanar distance between the Miller indices H, K and L and cubic edge A. So with that we conclude up to this that we defined the interplanar distances. We not only just know about crystals, we also talked about amorphous. That is, if we are differentiating these solids, it can be divided into crystal and amorphous. Crystal is in original order, in the same order with same and good orientation, identical orientations. In the same manner, amorphous is without form. And we also studied about many crystal systems inside it. And with that crystal system, we also studied about Bravais lattices, Bravais crystal systems inside it. That is 14 types of arrangement of lattice inside it. We also studied about Miller indices, and we also derived a formula to know the interplanar distance between it. So we conclude up to this by deriving that equation. It is, thank you for that.